Good morning, guys. It's Armani from Royal LePage, and welcome to my new vlog series. It's called In the Car, where I'm going to be basically talking about real estate, interviewing people, kind of like whenever I have a destination to go to, I'm going to be chatting about some of the topics that people call me about and kind of want me to explain to them. So I thought it was a good idea to kind of chat about this kind of stuff while I'm actually driving to where I'm going. Today is Thursday, June the 15th. It's about 10:38 in the morning. I'm actually headed up to record a new video for a new listing that I have at 38 Buckland Way in Brampton. We got Matt Vardy from My Home Viewer coming to shoot it like usual. So yeah, guys, we're on our way there to the property. I just wanted to kind of touch base on a few of the subjects that have been brought to my attention, and the biggest one has been the prices in the market. So people are a little bit freaked out about what's going on. They're kind of they don't know what to do. Back in January and February, I had about maybe 7-8 buyers who were looking. 4 of them were actually actively looking. 2 of them were able to buy. The other 2 just didn't want to pull the trigger because they noticed that the prices kept on going up and up and up, and they didn't want to get into that battle with everybody. So they didn't end up buying. So right now the prices have kind of like stalled quite a bit. Houses are going for like under asking. I actually seen a house the other day go for like 67,000 or 68,000 under the asking price, something that 3 or 4 months back would have never happened. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. The market year over year, if you actually look at the stats and look at the numbers, the prices are higher today as of June 15th than they were as of June 15th of 2016. So everybody's freaking out saying there's going to be a market crash or everything like that, but I really don't feel that's the case. I actually see this being very, very good for the economy, and I also see this being very good for the real estate market because buyers weren't able to buy properties, sellers were getting very, very greedy, agents were basically like baiting people in to go ahead and pay these outrageous prices, you know what I mean? And the only people I really feel bad for are the people that did buy, let's say, in January, February, and maybe even possibly the beginning of March in some areas. And I feel bad for those people because now those houses, which some of them and most of them actually haven't even moved in yet, in the same area, houses are going for at least, I would say, 3 to 8% less, right? So it's not that the prices are lower, it's just that the prices when they bought were very, very, very elevated. So the market isn't crashing. Crazy turmoil isn't happening, so just calm down and just wait it out. For if you're a seller, I'm gonna definitely, even though it's not to my advantage, I would definitely recommend to wait, just because we don't really know what's happening. There's a lot of realtors giving advice of, oh, you know what I mean, you got to sell your house now before the property markets even go down. And I really think that's all agents trying to bait a client into signing a contract and having to sell their house right away. So if you're a seller, you need to sell your house. Don't go nuts. Just, I would say, calm down. If you can wait to sell, I would wait a few months at least to see what's going on. Anybody that says, oh, the market's going to crash, or no, the market's going to pick up, I really feel that they're not giving you accurate information, because if they can really predict the future, then, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think they would be a lot better off predicting people's future for money. But what I'm trying to say, guys, is I really feel that the market is definitely not crashing. Just be patient. Things will definitely pick up once again. If you look, if you want to use a guideline, Vancouver's market last year, when they announced all the new borrowing rules and all the new changes, the prices went down substantially. After almost a year later, prices are right back where they were. I actually have a friend of mine that lives in Vancouver, and he's always in Toronto for the summer, and he was telling me when I saw him a couple of days ago, he's like, the prices are higher now than they were last year. So I don't know how accurate that is, but from the reports that I've read, the prices are basically in the same place than they were last year before the jump. So sorry, before the announcement where everything dropped. So if you want to use that as a gauge, then just hang tight for 3, 4, 5 months, you know what I mean, till things stabilize. Our economy for the most part is pretty stable. Job data suggests that people are working, you know what I mean? There's not less jobs out there. So it's one of those situations that I think you just really need to stick it out. For a buyer, I think that this is the time. I know that you're scared about what to do, what not to do. You're kind of fearful. I really believe in Warren Buffett when he says you have to be greedy when everybody's fearful and be fearful when everybody's greedy. I really love that mentality because it's usually those kind of investors that are the ones that actually make a lot of money. So if you're actually thinking of buying, and like some of my buyers that they were basically priced out of the market back in the earlier months of the year, and now you're able to buy, don't be scared. Banks are still giving out mortgages. Things are still going. People are still buying properties. The only thing that isn't happening is properties are not selling for ridiculously over asking. You're seeing a lot more sold conditional deals, so people actually buying on financing condition, inspection condition, which is actually fantastic because I actually personally know a few people that they went in firm with no conditions on their deals, and they basically had to forfeit their deposit because at the last hour the bank didn't give them the financing when they thought that they were in the clear. So anyways, I really like this for people. People are actually able to do inspections, which is something that I really love, especially for the first-time home buyers that are obviously sometimes a little bit uneasy. So I really feel that what's happening for the market is great. I know a lot of agents are really sweating it out. I also feel it's even a good thing for that reason as well. There's a lot of agents that in reality haven't had to deal with an off market. They've only seen the real estate market when things are going really, really well. And in that particular case, I really feel that it was very easy to be an agent because if you didn't need to know how to price properly, because if you had a property that was almost, let's say the property was worth $1 million, but it could have been worth a little bit more, it could have been worth a little less. All these agents were doing is pricing it $75,000, $80,000 less, having a bidding war, and then whatever price it's sold for, and then they would go ahead and brag on social media and in their marketing that they sold a house for $100,000 over asking, and all they did in reality was put a sign on the lawn. Now, that's not to badmouth any other agent, it's completely the opposite, but basically what I'm trying to say is a lot less work had to be done by agents to bring in the results. Now I feel that realtors, especially on the selling side, are going to have to do a lot of work to price properly, to market properties, to do all the normal due diligence that they once had to do years ago before the market basically started picking up and houses to a certain degree started selling themselves. So I'm not one of those realtors that believes that, oh, you know what, I'm the best, or you know what I mean, I know more than others. Definitely, like, quite the contrary. I know a lot of agents that I admire and I really look up to, and I model a lot of their good traits, but on the same point, you know what I mean, I really feel that I am one of the best agents out there because I do my homework and I always go above and beyond to make sure that the clients actually get the best service always, for many reasons. But anyways, so yeah, guys, that's basically it. Like I said, the market is for the most part, I wouldn't say going down, but it is definitely stabilizing. So I hope to get back on the horse with a lot of these buyers that kind of are taking a pause. If you're working with another realtor and you're a buyer, this is definitely a great time to buy. So call your realtor and get out there and buy a property. Like, at the end of the day, you're going to be able to have a lot more variety because there's a lot more listings on the market right now, and you're going to be able to have a lot more choice. So that's always a good thing, and that'll assure that you're actually buying the house that you really want as opposed to buying the house that you have to buy. So that's pretty much it, guys. I want to thank you very much for tuning in to my first ever In the Car show. So roughly these shows are going to be anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes long, and they're going to be done on a weekly basis. So I can't wait to shoot the next one. Okay, guys? Talk to you soon and have a wonderful day. Thank you.